Let's make a tallow-based cold process soap. So I've got my tallow, castor oil, coconut oil, and rice bran oil all melted and mixed together. And then my lye's all ready to go. You saw at the beginning how I temp them. I like to soap at between 85 and 95 degrees, depending on the designs or the ingredients that I'm using. So I'm pouring the lye, the hydrogen peroxide, right over top of my blenders so we get less bubbles when we're mixing in. And you also probably saw that I tapped the blender at the beginning. That's called burping your blender. And again, it just lets out the excess air bubbles so they don't get stuck inside your batter. Beef tallow is really high in oleic and palmitic acid, which are really great for conditioning and moisturizing and hardness of the bar, but they're not so great for cleansing. So I've added some castor oil and some coconut oil to help increase the lather and increase the cleansing ability of the bar. And then I've also added a little bit of rice bran oil because it is also quite moisturizing, and it's a liquid. We need a good balance between our unsaturated and our saturated fats. I've left this loaf uncolored and unscented because I just want to see how the final recipe ends up. So how it cures, what the color is, what the hardness is, all those things before I start adding fragrance, color, designs, all the fun stuff. I have, however, added some sodium lactate and some granulated sugar to the lye water. Sodium lactate is a salt, and salts help to harden the bar, which makes them last longer for our customers. And the sugar helps to increase the bubbliness. So because tallow is more moisturizing than cleansing, I figured adding a little bit of sugar would help with the cleansing properties and help make the bar really nice and bubbly. So I always like to tap my loaves on my bench to get any excess bubbles out, and then I spray them with a 99% isopropyl alcohol, and that helps with soda ash on top. So sometimes we get a little bit of reaction with oxygen in the air and it creates a little bit of a white film on top. The alcohol helps to prevent that. So fast forward 24 hours and this guy's already ready to unmold. In hindsight, I'd probably take the sodium lactate out. I think it's just kind of moot. The bar is hard enough. We don't need any extra hardness. But look how creamy it is. And the color is just perfect. It's gonna work so well when adding micas. I'm so excited to experiment a little bit with this recipe and come up with some new designs. Okay, let's test this baby out. Look at those bubbles. The lather was so creamy and it made my hands so soft and moisturized.